favorite workshops to facilitate is implicit bias, and here's why. One, because we all have implicit bias in so many ways, but specifically, I love coming at implicit bias from this faith place, this faith setting. Implicit bias is just the system by which we are conditioned, we receive messages. So many things are happening on an unconscious, or at least a sub kind of conscious level, and the reason I love this so much is because part of my place of frustration often is we spend more time and energy acknowledging and admitting that we have implicit bias rather than putting our time and energy into combating it, acknowledging it, and trying to do life better. And so implicit bias gets into like very brainy, sciencey, mathy kind of places that are comfort places of people. When they hear statistics on how many thoughts they actually have access to, how many emotions they actually have access to, what is system 1 and system 2 thinking, how the brain functions, when they can understand that on a brain level, we were designed and built by God to be able to put our right foot in front of our left foot, without having to think about that. So a lot of that happens in the ways that we construct value and meaning in relation to people. So we fill in blanks and we do lots of things that then we interpret and misinterpret a lot of messages, and then that determines how we function in the world. It determines how we vote. It determines what faith communities we participate in. It determines so much. And if we were much more cognizant of it, and in our attempts to do life better, to be better faith-oriented folk, then our time and energy could actually be spent in that place rather than, I am not racist, I am not biased, I am not all of these things. When in actuality, like, yes, you are, but you can do that better. There is hope and a journey and a pathway available to you that is also God-given. So that's what implicit bias really centers around, and I have found that the participants are really shocked that it benefits them, that it's helpful. And even one of the aspects that I get into is this disconnect that we are wholly human, like that we are human and we are not God, even as we are striving to have a divine approach to life and to heartbeats, but we are not God, and God doesn't even have an expectation for us to be God. So if we could dwell in our humanity and in our humanness and understand better that all that God has created, then we can do this better. We can journey together better, and that is possible. And implicit bias is just a really good natural first step.